Welcome, everybody, to beautiful Miami and Hard Rock Stadium, site of this year's Capital One Orange Bowl, part, of course, of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before the national championship game. And we'll find out here today which side has the toughness and the depth to keep driving toward that ultimate goal, the chance to raise that gold trophy over their heads. As we'll see the third seed in this playoff, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the number 2 seed in the playoff, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. It's been a tremendous college football playoff so far, and it's down to this, the semifinals. Which team will head on to the national championship game? Kickoff team out there. We are about to get cranked up with a semi-final collision. Looks like the returner will try and field this one. He's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. It's first down. Back to throw. It's Powell. The pocket breaking down. The junior able to bring him down quickly. The Hurricanes will come to the line to run the hurry-up. Second down, we're going to throw it. But the junior quarterback inaccurate that time. Threw it behind the receiver. On the opening drive, they face a tough 3rd and 7 here.
3:25.
Linebackers making some adjustments now. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. On 4th down, a short toss to the running back. And he's tackled just short of that first down marker. Good job by the defense. A running play called on 4th down. Great move in the open field. Stop right near midfield. It'll be a first down.
Gutsy call here by this offense. Early in this game, when they 4th down, they decide to go for it, and they come up with the first down to be able to move the sticks and keep this drive alive. The gutsy call pays off for the offense.
Receiver makes the grab, and he's brought down after a big first down gain. It's 2nd and short. Maybe an opportunity, Kirk, to take a shot here. Getting set. Here's 2nd down. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Touchdown, Kane. Strong game by this quarterback.
We're seeing more and more of this in college football. Guys in that slot that got the ability to get downfield vertically. It's a mismatch if you have the right guy. This time they get the matchup that they want, hit it for a big one.
But they'll try to add to the lead down with PAT. Kick is good, and the kicker got clobbered. Flags all over the field. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And the kickoff is hammered, sails out the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down here for this offense. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. Touchdown. The defense joins the party with a pick 6.
Oh, my gosh. He completely baits the quarterback here. The quarterback thinks he can dump it off to the running back. The defense anticipates and steps in front of it and goes to the house for a touchdown.
Now they'll set up for the point after. With the extra point, the lead is 14. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick-6 in the last possession. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Catch made on the left side. They bring it down to the 38, but that's good enough for a 1st down.
You know, plays like this, what Alabama offense is all about. Run the football, and then they're efficient within their passing game. Think about it. They won a couple national championships with Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron by just being efficient and playing smart at the position and being a great complement to that running game in the defense.
Got it.
Fresh set of downs for the offense after that 1st down completion.
42, Spider.
They go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Tackle is made very near midfield. Good enough for a 1st down.
I know people want to talk about this spread and how Alabama's offense has changed over the years, but at the end of the day, with this coaching staff, it still comes down to the line of scrimmage and the ability to pound the rock. Think about the backs they've had in recent years, Mark Ingram and Josh Jacobs, Derrick Henry, Jahmyr Gibbs most recently. This is an offense that still wants to control things up front and beat you down.
Intercepted, picked off by the defense.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
And Miami offense is back on the field. They were clicking last time. Great protection. The pitch and catch was solid. Right down for a touchdown. Linebacker shifting around now. And the quarterback finds the tight end for the completion. He'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Because we get so caught up in these wide receivers and their playmaking ability and getting them the ball in space. Right, the defense has to pay attention to it. Often too
sacked on heavy pressure there.
Well, that's the kind of play right there that this defense has been looking for. Maybe that'll spark them because, let's face it, this game has not gone the way they had hoped. But a play like that sometimes can create some momentum and change the complexion of the football game.
To throw, it's Powell. Airing this one out toward the sideline. The outfield shot is incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
Well, it's an incompletion here, but I bet this secondary is going to play a little bit deeper just to make sure they don't get hit on any deep throws later in this game.
Okay, ready?
Offense comes to the line for 3rd down off the incompletion.
Get set, get set.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Looking for the wideout. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. Tackle, but 1st down.
Boy, another positive game for this offense. This quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Here's the handoff. Doesn't quite get in, but it sets up a 1st and goal for this offense.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain way. They're always going to do their job. They're back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, there's a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
The Canes come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. 2nd and goal. Leave it to him again. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2. Ball sits at the 2-yard line for 3rd and goal. And the wideout goes in motion. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. The defense swarms him in the backfield. He had nowhere to run. Loses 2 yards. So what's the play call? It's 4th and goal from the 3. Looking to pass. It's Powell. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Pass is broken up. Turnover on down for a stop.
Chris, what a great job here by this defense on this 4th down play. They knew exactly where to come up with that stop to get the turnover on downs, and they did it.
Looking to throw it on 1st down. Gets made on the out route. Breaks loose at the 15. That'll pick up the 1st down. He's brought down to the 21.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers, the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Ball carrier in space now. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. At the 10 now. Steps out of bounds after a huge pickup, but hang on. There is a penalty marker on the play. This one might be coming back. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. And it's good for a first down to the 36.
You know, Chris, if we would have told Bill Bryant that Alabama would have a wide receiver that won a Heisman in recent years, I don't think he would have believed us. But that's where we are. They've been some great ones in the past. We're seeing some great-looking receivers on this unit right now.
They've got him at the 48, but that's a first down.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big, positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
First down. We're going to throw the football. Makes a quick catch. They get him down, but not before he gets to the plus 38.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple of plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air, and it puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
And they'll test the right side here. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. He's running out of time here. He's on the run. Launches deep. And is intercepted. Look out. He's got some space. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Back to pass. It's Powell. Quickly. They'll stop him at the 34. That will be a first down. They bring him down, but the junior quarterback is showing off the cannon.
This receiver has just that combination of speed and natural ball skill ability to be able to come up with play after play. Already over 50 yards here in this first half.
The Canes looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Got it. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage. And the Canes come to the line to start the first set of downs.
Well, this back is running very well today and living up to so many great backs that they've had over the years at Miami. Edgerrin James and Frank Gore and Willis McGahee and Clinton Portis. All those guys won a lot of games and ran the ball well. Right now, they got to be loving what they're seeing from this back.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. There's a shot toward the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone. Not much on the return, but the defense comes up with a takeaway.
Chris, it feels like to me the offense is being really cautious. The defenders are just sitting back there almost playing backyard football, knowing the offense is being a little bit more conservative. Eyes on the football, stepped in front of it, and makes the play.
Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. The ball is picked off.
Chris, that is back-to-back drives right now for this quarterback and this offense. Nothing seems to be going right. The defense is doing a good job of confusing the quarterback, who's obviously throwing the ball into coverage. They've got to make some adjustments with their attack because right now it's not working.
Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. On the run, he'll let it go. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. Forced out of bounds after a nice gain. The offense is not going to go for first and goal. First and goal, they'll try to run it in. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Hurricanes. Well, no surprise for offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to be conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
And the extra point splits the uprights. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Returner looking to create better field position. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Looking for a deep completion. And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook? Going the other way, can they catch him? Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
Well, your best players got to make big plays in these kind of moments, and that's what happened right here with this defensive back. The offense in a tie game in the red zone, looking at points, and instead, the defense with the interception. In a tie game, their offense now has the ball.
Fired into a tight window and picked off. Not much of a return, but the pick ends a scoring threat and sets the offense up to the 33.
How about the big fella coming up with the interception? You don't see that very often.
It's a 1-yard gain, 2nd and 9 coming up.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Here comes a handoff. They bring him down right at the 20.
If you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable third down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 or more yards a pop like that.
Quarterback in the shotgun here on 3rd down. Receiver makes the catch. Brought down at the 28, and it's good enough for a first down.
Now we're starting to see this offense look like they've looked all year long. Listen, to be able to get to a playoff opportunity, your offense has got to be able to show an ability to hit throws like this on 3rd down. They hit it, they keep the drive alive. Now they have a chance to put points on the board.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Ready?
Important 2nd down play coming up.
Warning. Dino. Ready?
And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. And he's tackled after the catch.
Well, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into. But the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
3rd down play here out of the shotgun. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. Tackled across midfield at the 48, good enough for a first down.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on 3rd down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10.
Tuna. Cricket.
Here's the snap, looking to throw here. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
We see more and more of this in college football. If you get the right guy in that slot that can win the one-on-one matchups, you take some chances. Here they got the matchup that they wanted and hit it for the touchdown.
Going after it is good. They're down 14 now, 21-7. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. That's strong coverage, though. They tackle him at the 11-yard line.
Okay,
And
ready?
here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. Remember, the last possession ended quickly. The interception on the first play. Let's see if they can do better here.
Spider.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. On the move, looking deep. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. But that is a huge takeaway for this defense.
Not a real good throw here. Put too much air under the ball. Turned into a floater. Now defensively, this is a dream. All you're thinking in that situation is just don't drop it. It's almost like a fair catch on a punt.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Ready?
Second down here. Time for perhaps just one more play before the 2-minute warning.
Come on, set. Ready, ready.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense?
Set. Ready.
And he drops back in the gun. Snags the quick throw. He's swarmed by the defense. They crank up the tempo here for this important third down play. Defensive backs up the line, showing the press. Can he make it to the marker? They make the stop just short of the marker. It's getting 4th down and inches.
Wow, the defense prevented them from getting the first down. How about that? Nice job of holding their point there at the defensive line. They came close to getting the first, but the defense deserves credit. Now we've got 4th and inches.
Here we go. We're going to go for it on 4th and inches in their own territory. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. Not a whole lot of time remaining before halftime to cut into this lead.
Acorn, acorn. Arrows, arrows. Go.
First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Short pass finds the tight end. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
This is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Clear. Pilot, pilot. Hornet, hornet.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. They'll try a pass here. There's another interception. Losing track. Tackle made on the return, but the takeaway sets up the offense at the 37 now.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession pick on the very first play. Dropping back. It's Powell. And he lofts it toward the left sideline. This one is broken up and falls incomplete.
Boy, this quarterback is really rolling the dice out here today. Remember, he threw an interception the last time they had the ball. I thought he might learn from that, but instead he comes out throwing it into coverage again.
It's a deep throw down the right sideline. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. It's a short return, but a takeaway for this defense.
Chris, 1, 2, 3 is bad enough, but 4 interceptions in one game. They have no chance of winning this game if they continue to throw the ball into coverage.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. Physical running fights off the defender. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch, but gets the first down in the process.
On the double.
First down and 10 now.
Logger. Griffin. Pound 55 weak.
There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. He'll take a deep shot here. Oh, and he's got it. Big gain inside the 25. The offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
We'll try the ground game here with quarterback. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. Now a chance to cut into this lead before halftime. First and goal. Offense will keep it on the ground here. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. Second down. Here's the handoff, testing the middle. Stop right there at the line. No gain. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. So with only a few seconds left in the half, the field goal unit comes out of the field. So it'll be a chip shot from the right hash mark. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. That's their first timeout. So with only a few seconds left in the half, out comes the field goal unit. They'll set up at the right hash mark for this chip shot. The field goal is good. And that field goal is the final play of this opening half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Hurricanes will kick this away to start the second half. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. They get the second half started with a running play. Second down after that run on the previous play.
Let's go.
Offense looking to throw the ball. Falls incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
Urgency now for the offense that hates to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. On third down, he drops to throw. He'll take a deep shot here. And it's caught way downfield inside the 35. Touchdown, Bama. The comeback is off.
Oh, this is how you start to get rolling. That's 2 touchdowns so far, and the more he gets fed, the more often he's going to cash in.
The coach deciding to go for 2 here to cut the margin to 3 points.
Cobra. Dino.
Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. It's an out route, the catch made. And they finally bring him down to the 2. He thought he was going to score, but he sets the offense up right on the doorstep. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And the Miami offense is back on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. He's moving out of the pocket. Quarterback looking to scramble. And the defense smothers him for no gain. The Hurricanes will come to the line to crank up the tempo. scanning the field. It's Powell. On the run here. Lets it go. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up third down. They come to the line. A long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. And he'll drop back here on third down. Looking to scramble. Junior steps up and makes an impact play. This is a game-defining gamble. Coach going for it this close to his own end zone. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. And that is interception number 5 as the nightmare performance continues. After a short return, he's tackled at the 18. What an enormous takeaway by this defense.
Chris, I think I can hear him calling out blocks after that pick. This is the defensive coordinator next door up here in the booth. Either way, they were looking to score after coming up with that interception. The offense didn't get anything right and was keeping them out of the end zone.
Tackle made after just a short gain. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Catch made on the left side. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball inside the 10-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
The running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Facing a third down now. They can still get a first down without scoring. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Tackle is made at the 8-yard line. It'll be first and goal right there.
So that's mano a mano right there. Offensive line knowing exactly their assignment, getting a hat on a hat, and that back to just exactly where he needed to go to extend this drive. That's a first down.
Here's the handoff on first and goal. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Man, it's first and goal. You're thinking about trying to score. You're looking at positive yards instead. You're going backwards. That's going to set up a very important second down call here.
Tailback tests the middle of the defense. They tackle him behind the line. A loss of 4.
And I really thought in second goal you might see the offensive coordinator let this throw the ball, but instead trying to catch the defense napping by running. Man, does it backfire.
Oh, and he dropped it. He could not hang on for a touchdown. My goodness.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over, and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down.
So on fourth down now, out comes the field goal unit. And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Extending the play now. Slides down to avoid the tackle. The Canes come up to the line to crank the tempo up here.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but then make the play, bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
Finds his man. It's Parker. The game was enough to move the sticks. Ball at the 50. Offense right to the line, cranking up the tempo.
Another big play by this offense, and it continues to be the pass game between the offensive line, the receivers running good routes, and this quarterback making really accurate throws. They are dynamic and a tough offense to stop.
Here comes the up-tempo offense. Looking to throw. It's Powell. The pass rush closing in. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
Now from the 40, the offense faces a 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Back to throw again. He's moving out of the pocket now. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete. Offense is going to roll the dice and go for it inside their own 40. Quarterback making some changes at the line. 4th down. He's throwing for it. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. He lets it go on the move, looking deep. They've got him, but they convert on 4th down, and the drive keeps going.
Chris, this is a great example of awareness from both sides of the ball. The offense knowing where the first down marker is on 4th and long, and they're able to get to it. But the defense also has to know. They got to prevent the receiver from getting to the marker. They're unable to do it here.
Wow, juke the first tackler. That was enough to make the first down.
Because much like we saw in the first half, this quarterback can put the ball right on the money. And you know the defensive coordinator at halftime spent all the time he could with his secondary to come up with answers on how to try to slow this guy down.
They're going to run it. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. An important 3rd down conversion coming here in the red zone. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. Picks up about 3 yards there, but it's going to be 4th down. The Canes hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. Here we go, 4th down. They'll try to run for it. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a 4th down play, and they will take over on downs now. First down play for aggressive will be. And now the handoff. He shreds the tackle. He moves the ball out to the 15.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. The offense is clicking, and the defense just searching for answers now. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Solid run. Tackled at the 45-yard line.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact. That wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. And here comes a deep shot. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Touchdown, Alabama. That's another strike from this quarterback, Kirk. He is having himself a day.
This guy's just having one of those days you dream about against this secondary. Let's also give credit to the wide receivers doing a nice job of getting open, and the big fellas up front for giving him enough time to throw.
No problem with PAT right down the middle. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And it's fielded. Returner trying to create a big play here. Will be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. Defense got a big fourth down stop in the last possession. Let's see what happens here. Looking to scramble now. And they get him down, but that's a solid gain there to move the sticks using his feet. No hurting now for the offense.
And nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got it. You've got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
To throw, it's Powell. He's escaping the pocket now. He's going to take off here. Gets loose, able to scramble for a solid gain. And the Canes come to the line in the hurry up. Running play called on 3rd and short. Takes it out to the 44. That's good for a first down. A running play gives the offense first set of downs. Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. Makes the catch inside the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Miami. They take the lead in the fourth quarter.
Well, this is why they love this guy so much, is when it's crunch time, he makes plays like this. When I love the quarterback knows, all I got to do is get the ball in his hands, and he can do the rest of the work and get it all the way to the end zone. Great play.
Brooks decided to keep the offense out there, go for a two-point conversion, and extend the lead to 3. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Running back grabs it on the screen. He'll run it into the end zone. The two-point conversion pushes the lead up to a field goal here in the fourth quarter. Here's the kickoff team now, set to move this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field.
29 Philly.
Handoff heading left. Breaking free at the 35. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Steps out of bounds, but not before a huge gain on the ground.
And this guy cannot fly. He gets one crease in the defense, and phew, he is gone. This guy is as fast as there is in the game.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to tack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Gorilla.
They'll look to throw it here on second down. Looks to his left and makes the completion. Tackle made after the completion.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. Defense wants to give that throw to you. Take it, get the ball to the receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Fires it to the wideout. And it falls incomplete. The defensive pressure hurried to throw that time.
Just missed his intended receiver on that 3rd and short. The offense is now going to have to settle for 3 points here in such a close game in the fourth quarter.
Here we go. One of the biggest moments of the game so far. The field goal unit out there for a high pressure attempt. This try is no good. Missed chance to tie this game. Still down by 3.
Now that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. You can see he's hanging his head for a kicker.
First play of the drive, they come out throwing. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete. Second down play coming up. Back to pass. It's Powell. And he floats this pass deep down the right side. And it's intercepted. A crushing play. First and out to the offense. First down. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got it for a huge gain, brought down at the 30. Touchdown, tied. They'll claim the fourth-quarter lead.
I think the quarterback does a great job of looking through all of his progressions. Nobody's there. He finds the back out of the backfield. Nobody picks him up. He's able to catch the ball and then find his way into the end zone.
PT up and good. The lead is 4 in the final quarter. Now they get set to kick it away. Kickoff fielded inside the 10. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And the Miami offense is back on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Solid run. They'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Looking to pass here on second down. Catch made. It's a big play inside the 30. Touchdown, Canes. They claim the lead here in the final quarter.
And it's his second touchdown today. This guy's winning every one-on-one matchup this defense provides. Great job by the quarterback putting the ball in. His guy can make a play on it, and he's got 2 on the board.
After up and good. Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. Last possession, a one-play lightning strike with the big touchdown pass. Can the defense make adjustments here? Fires it to the wideout. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
He's looking for that deep completion. I love the chunk play. I love the idea of being aggressive. They just come up empty.
And there's the handoff. Powers through. It's a fumble. Defense recovers the fumble. It's a turnover.
That is tough for the ball carrier here because not only does he take a big hit, but now you're about to get an earful from your coach on the sideline after that turnover.
The offense trots back out of the field. Looking to throw now on first down. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
And they'll just try to run some clock here, keeping it on the ground. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Boy, this offense's execution has been on point all game long, but especially in this fourth quarter. They're getting better and better, and this defense seems to have just quit out there.
The Hurricanes looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for. Here's the second down play.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider. Check out.
Dropping back. It's Powell. They've got him. Defense comes up with a sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
So now it's 3rd and short from the 23. Potential 4-down territory. Let's see what the 3rd down call is.
Here we go.
quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. He's going to take off. That's a nice scramble there, a big gain, but not enough for the first down. The Hurricanes looking to run some tempo here.
Ready, go!
Movement here from the tight end. Needs a completion here on fourth down. On the run, he'll let it go. Touchdown for the U. This air attack is still unstoppable.
Well, that's why you practice right there, Chris. This offense had the pressure, the game on their back. They deliver, they get a touchdown, and now make this a two-possession game with under 2 to go. Like their odds of closing this game out.
Extra point, up and good. A double-digit lead now here in the fourth quarter. There's a kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner opportunity to bring this back. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. They fumbled it away last time, and now they're in a big hole. They got to react quickly here. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Makes a quick grab. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, this offense has a long way to be able to get back and potentially win this game, but they're doing the right things, managing the clock, picking up good yards, and getting out of bounds.
Pass complete for a first down. The offense gets a fresh set of downs. And the quarterback dropping back. He's moving out of the pocket. Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. The deep shot is caught for a big gain. Tackle is finally made, but not before it's a huge gain down to the 25. Now they're going to hustle the line and get set. The secondary backed up off the ball now.
Lion!
On first and 10, looking to throw. Catch made on the right side. Tackle is made, but the gain sets the offense up. First and goal from the 9.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the first half. They go right back to him again, and we can see the second half, that same trend continuing. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm rolling my coverage. Get a corner up in his face and put a safety back behind him. Some kind of double coverage to slow this guy down.
Tuna! Logger! Ready, go!
And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. He's got it near the end zone. And he scores! Touchdown, Crimson Tide. An important touchdown with these two trail. Now, Kirk, you practice the onside kick over and over. Can they execute it right here with a spot in the natty on the line?
National championship. I love that the offense was able to come up with points here, at least give them this chance. But now we can all sit back, hold our breath, and see if this kickoff team has a chance to catch a break where that ball bounces up into the air to try to recover.
And the receiving team has recovered. Looks like the hands team did its job. Here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. Suddenly, this is a 3-point game in the fourth quarter. Interesting to see how aggressive they get with play calling. And here's the handoff. That strong run defense, not much of a gain on the play. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. The Canes come into the final minute of play just hoping to run the clock out. Back in motion now. The junior able to bring him down quickly. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Offense gets set up here. It's third down. Hand off to the single back. They make the first down, brought down to the 31.
Boy, Chris, you cannot overstate how big of a conversion this was to be able to pick this up on the ground. And the offense still has the lead, but you can just feel the defense having all the momentum with the points they've been able to compile. And that run right there picks up a first down and can kind of settle things down a bit.
There's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. And they finally stop it, but a decent gain that time.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Now it's second down here. On the run, it's Wood. So they make the tackle, but will be the final play of the game as the clock hits 0-0. Well, that's a great performance in a pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play, and to be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship. That says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically, and they get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.